Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you can't have mud on your trowel. Either sand it or wash it in water. And I like to try to keep it dry at first.
Yep.
Yeah, if they get any dryness, anything dry when you're mudding just leaves long rocks.
Yeah.
Fucks everything up.
Oh.
Bucket. I'll bring them home. Lovely.
I just wondering when you're done mudding today, if you can give me a shout. I was going to use whatever leftover mud you got just to poke in stamp holes that I got in the bathroom.
Right here. Give it a I'll send you right up with some good stuff.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's alright. You go ahead.
No, I got a sand. I got a sand.
Okay, because I got a little boat fish that
All right.
first. And then I'll come back. I got a little.
So I won't actually be running it out of this bucket. I forgot to cover that, but I should have had enough water on it. Yeah, there's enough water on that. So right now I'm just knocking the rocks off, getting all the junk off of it, so that when I mud, everything will be nice and smooth. Just don't want rocks, chunks of crap in your mud. We're not looking to really feather this edge much right now because we still have to fill so much. But right now, I really want to go through and just get all these tails and boogers and chunks off. All right. So every time I slide this across to like a rock or a long line of thick mud, that reminds me of why I'm doing this, because other than that you won't have to do it, because on second coat you're still trying to fill in those voids, those negative areas. But if you don't sand it, you're going to end up catching these long lines, thick lines that will throw your mud off, or you'll get rocks all through your mud. Now generally I'd go through with a drywall sander, 10-inch orbital, and knock it all down real quick and be done with it. But a small job like this, I wasn't going to bring that machine. was a good catch. So even though some of this is in the negative already, I still want to sand the bad stuff, because if I leave it, it will, like I said before, it'll redirect my trowel and make a big line and gouge, and it just gets bigger and worse every time. So if you smooth it out now, you can run a nice smooth line later. And always remember, you're doing 3 skim coats, so you're filling that negative and scraping every cent of it off the wall. Because we're not building, the highest we want is the paper. If it's above the paper, we got to sand it down to be at the paper micrometers. It looks like you would physically, purposely try to make it more, but that's only because when it dries, it darkens. Really, we're scraping every bit of it off. Ooh. Alright. Dang. This is what happens when you mud. All right. So we got Easy Sand 20, a little bit of mud from yesterday. This is very watery. Basically what I did was why did I do that? I may not have needed that much. So I unset it by putting more water in. Put more set in and it'll dry quicker and thicken up and be ready. To be honest, this stuff is probably complete trash and I'm probably going to have to get new stuff, but I'll give it a shot. Maybe I can use it for screw holes. We'll see. just mudded all this with some old ass mud. That mud was easy sanded yesterday. Used here for first coat, then I threw a bunch of water in it, mixed it up, and left it without a cover on it on accident. Came here today, saw it was still moist, mixed it up good, threw a little more water in it, a little more easy sand. We got second coat. Probably the worst mix I've ever used, but I know how to escape the wrath of the drag mark. All right. Good enough. So that's second coat. Third coat will come soon. Make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel, and I appreciate your support. Got a lot of big jobs coming up, guys. A lot of different stuff. Some small, a few small jobs, but we'll let this dry. We'll go home, and what I'll do, I'll go to the next apartment, and we're going to start taking down tape, installing hardware, thank you, good time. We'll start getting that apartment put together, okay? Now, I could start by getting a haircut, but stressed out to the max. I live way the hell away, and I'd just rather go to work right now. I need to work. Okay. Second coat is done, Irene.
Sweet.
Yes.
So is that it? And then next time you'll paint? I mean, after you, or is there one more coat?
There's one more quick coat, but
Yep.
you know, it's a final coat. I still have building to do on the light, I think.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a bitch.
Yeah, that was a big hole.
So I got a little
Yeah,
trick that I do to make it thin and not this big monstrosity that'll take forever to dry.
Uh-huh.
I just tape what's touching the drywall first.
Yeah.
I mud that, let that cure up, and then that'll keep the tape nice and strong.
Yeah.
And then I can mud over the tape where it needs it.
Yeah.
And then this next coat I'll come in, and I'll do that first. Matter of fact, before I leave, I'm gonna hit that one more time. Just to make sure that is faired out more by the time because next coat I want it to be last coat,
Right.
but I physically couldn't mud where it needed to be last time. So really that's
Yeah,
first coat.
Yeah.
So now,
I knew you was probably trying to stick the tape.
because I just need, it's for holes like that, it's always best to set the tape first. And it keeps it nice and stiff. So that way, when you go in, it doesn't walk on you and fall in the hole and fall off. It's a mess.
Right.
It's one more step, but the final product comes out better too. All right. We're gonna give this just one more. Gonna give this one more look here. So this is a bowed, they call it a bowed straight. It's just barely bowed, but it has a faint bowed, maybe a 64th to 32nd of an inch doing this here. And that gives you all kinds of feather. Feather capability, I mean, it acts as a spring so you can push in deeper too. So many good attributes. You'll see some that are just straight. You know, I got trowels here that are just straight. Okay. This isn't all of my mudding buck tools, but so that's, I believe, a 12 or 13 inch. And this is it's a Marshalltown, but I believe it's, okay, that's bowed, super heavy. It's a stiff, very stiff 10 inch, 11 inch trowel. This may be a 14, a 12, something like that anyway. Maybe a 14, because then you got this. So they're all Marshalltowns. This is a little wider, and this is a little, you see, they're all different. This one, I believe this has this, no, that's got a bow in it too. Here's another one. Found this on the side of the road one day. Just chilling there. I said, yup, I'm gonna grab that before it pops the tire. Then we've got, you know, I like to use these for laying flooring, laying big tiles on the walls. Masonry trowel. And yeah, there's more in there, but got all kinds of different knives. So that corner trowel, different sizes. You need different widths to get into different nooks and crannies sometimes. Now, speaking of that, that's where these three come in really handy. Okay, very handy. Got a rounded. You got this almost pointed, almost. You know, it comes down, feathers in, and then you've got just a small 1 inch. There's more in there, but that gives you the gist, an idea of all the tools you're gonna want if you start drywall. Now, don't just go out and buy these tools. Really, all you need, this is all I ever need right here, is my 16-inch stainless one-piece knife. Buy that right at Home Depot. So awesome. It's stainless, it doesn't rust, and it's all forged and formed, whatever, welded together, however they did it. But it's one piece, waterproof. And then this Marshalltown 16-inch, by 3-inch trowel. 3.5 inch trowel. These two things right here. And one of these, angled, what is that, a 9-inch sponge sander. 100 grit. That's all you need to mud. I like to use mesh tape. Mesh tape is my favorite. But other people use other tape. One second. Then you've got this is a big like cement or mortar mixing wand, and you're gonna want a what is this? The 9 or 15 amp drill. Don't go drilling this stuff with your little 1/4 inch impact or hammer drills. I burnt so many of those up in my day, you don't want to do it. Just don't do it. Get a 9 or a 15 amp drill, and that will mix any mortar, mud, stuff like that. You don't want to, even paint. And that easy sand. Mix this in with water and mud, and it makes it dry quicker. And then I press this to everybody. If you're gonna mud, go to the store and buy about 5 or 6, however many. You'll want about 2 to each room. If you can do 2 to every room, you're killing it. Leave your windows open until it's nighttime, then shut them, because the moisture doesn't evaporate at night and it just seeps into the house. But yeah, it's pretty cheap, you know. It takes a little time. It's going to take you probably 3 years to really get comfortable with drywall. But, you know, I usually do it all winter. Not all winter, but I have some big jobs in the winters usually that put food on my table, pay my bills, you know. And it's just that easy. You hang the drywall. It's geometry. You cut out the drywall to what shape it needs to be. Then you screw it in. I got a drywall lift, you know, a mechanical crank arm drywall lift. That makes it a lot easier on the back. You can use dead men too. I've done that as well, you know, just a T, and then you ham it up in there. But anyway, that's what it is, guys. So we're gonna head out. We're gonna go over to the other apartment right there at my house, and we're going to probably start removing tape, paper, plastic, putting hardware on. We need to put all the hardware on that house, like ASAP. So you guys can hang out with me. I'm gonna be driving over there right now. I'll just leave you on my, matter of fact, I'll show you the road here. Come on, Odin. So I got a good coat on that. Yeah, way better than when I just wanted my first one to kind of, look at these dogs go. Yeah, they go in her garden. She just made the damn thing. Oh, cool. You're making a Veed-off rock wall. Stone stepping. That's neat.
I'm gonna fill it in with chips.
Yes. Yeah.
See if I can slow the weeds down.
Oh, yes.
Try it. I don't know if it worked or not, but try it.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass to keep clean.
Yeah, I loved doing this when I was a kid. I used to do this for my mom. Make her stone walkways everywhere. I'd come home from school and I'd go up the hill, and they'd picked the field so many times. They found so many rocks. I'd just grab all the flat ones and I'd walk them down this fucking long field individually. Sometimes I could drag small ones. Sometimes I'd drag an individual one. Sometimes I'd walk the whole damn thing down. But we got it done, and it looks so good. I love this. Did that out of love, you know. Not only that, walking on stone is just so much easier, you know. It starts raining out or something, you know, your feet aren't going to get soggy and all that. Oh, dude. Come on, boy. Wicked. Should take a detour for you. Come on, Pop. Hold it. Heel now. Come on, baby.
No.
Come on. I know, we gotta go. She's your friend. Stay right down, darling. I know, we usually jump in. Let's just stay down there.
Yeah, I got your toy.
It's a squirrel.
You dirty squirrel.
Yeah, baby. No.
We'll see you.
Look at these dogs. They just love each other so much.
Oh yeah, they're good playmates.
Little puppies. And yeah. You can see the puppy in their face too. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a good boy. Huh? Yeah. He does too, actually. Speaking of that, to be honest, he has been as well. He goes home and he's like, "What's up, Dad? I'm gonna go take a nap." All right, we'll see you in a little bit. I'll come back. I want to give it ample time to dry, so try around like 4 o'clock or something.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it's going. If you do that, you're gonna want to shut the windows. So, because you want to. I've never tried the dehumidifier. It is. Just go ahead. Yeah, close the windows up tight. Let's see how it does. That'd be cool. I never tried it because I have a dehumidifier. Huh?
Last night. I pulled it out this morning because everything seemed really dry and it was really hot in there. I figured you was gonna die.
Killer. All right. That'll be awesome.
Country stars play here. We're glad to play. Maine and New Brunswick's home for country music. The Border. Country 102.9. I saw you going by. Had to say hello. And I don't mean to pry, but girl, I gotta know what is your name. I come out and sing you around before.
I dropped my Red Bull. It was on my rail. Connection sucks out here, guys. Well, I can't listen to music. Sorry. I'll get banned. It's a good thing I shut that off. I don't get monetized. I don't get paid to do this, but they would literally block you guys from being able to see the video later. Silly. I think it's silly. Now this Red Bull has a bunch of dirt on it. Dang, man. I just can never, ever, ever win. All right. Now we're winning. I want to introduce you to my kinfolk. And there's some beautiful streams around here, guys. I'm going to do a couple videos of all the streams. We'll go brown trout fishing. I'm telling you, some beautiful streams around here. And they're all fresh water. And right here is where they hit the ocean. Old Farmer John, he's getting some fields mowed or something. I want to introduce you to my kinfolk. Yeah, you gotta have the right tools, that's right. Thank you, good time. Yeah, all that rat shit on that ceiling, that was horrible. Oh my. It was the worst ceiling on a new build that I've ever done. There was one other ceiling that was worse than that. And it was a bunch of cellulose, horsehair and lath. Well, I can't say one. I've done probably 50 of them. But horsehair and plaster with lath and then cellulose falling down on you. I'd almost rather the rat shit. But at the same time, they're both horrible for your lungs. Horrible for your cardiovascular system. Oh my. I get sick even smelling that cellulose. You gotta remember, when you smell something, you're smelling its particles, which means you're actually absorbing the material itself. So when you smell cedar, you're smelling that actual particle, which means you have it in your body at that point. We got Jonesport and Columbia Falls. Columbia Falls to the left, Jonesport to the right. I want to introduce you to my kinfolk. Almost there. It's about a quarter mile. No, it's like an eighth of a mile right here. Start slowing down a little bit. Yep. Look at this dog. Come on, pup. He has completely destroyed my truck. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. I do actually. Yeah, I would rather spray foam. It's just so expensive unless you buy, you know, the big, huge things. And it's still expensive. But, yeah, I would much rather spray foam. We just got to find out or use better methods to not make it so messy. Like taping off the front of the studs, or I don't know. There's ways to do it to where the spray foam isn't so messy. And that's the biggest thing. If you can spray foam without having to spend days cutting it, all the excess out, really. So we're there, guys. This is third coat on everything. We're done. Done. You can't get any more done painting than we are now. So, where do I start? See, I taped this off so that all this paint wouldn't mess up my lovely spray job. Because you don't want uneven patterns down there. Fuck yeah, Josh. She done, baby. I worked some fucking hard for this, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, following this. Man, I've been dying to see this stainless or brushed nickel for so damn long. Look at that. Just beautifully clean. Look at that line. Oh, baby. Oh, sorry. So look, so there's a little bit of spray in there. Not bad though. Easily cleanable. And the quicker we clean this, the better. So we're gonna spend all day. Really, I need someone to come down and pull the tape for me. I need to be doing the special stuff, the hard stuff. We got striker plates to put on. These are gonna be probably the worst mess. We gotta put receptacle and switch plates on, doorknobs on. We're gonna put all of our closet hardware back in, our rings and bars, throw that board back up, take the window covers off, lights. I've already put the lights back in here. We're gonna put some really cool covers over those. It'll be lobster trap material, and it'll look like a rectangle box. And this type of material, but it'll be white. Unless I could spray it maybe I could spray it gold or something. That'd be really nice to spray that gold, because it would match this here. Either gold or silver. You know, just have a light gold tone there. That'd be nice, I think. I hope this doesn't clash. I didn't think it did. Man, we gotta be so careful pulling these off. Anyway, doesn't really clash. The fire. So I fixed this last night. Came through and painted that in the areas it needed. Looks like it still needs a little more though. I've already caulked this twice, sprayed it like 4 times, but it was very fibrous on the ends. I usually don't do this. I would keep caulking it and spraying it. And there's a sprayer right below me. But I've already done this so many times, I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna stipple in the paint and make it take the paint. Just make it take it. I'm force painting this. We're graping the trim forcefully. That's not funny. Sorry, guys. Sicko. Alright, beautiful. Look at that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Okay. I hope that's the last coat, but history tells me that it will bleed air. Oh, fuck yeah, baby. Oh, sorry, swing. Sorry, swing. Sorry for swing. Sorry for swearing. Yeah, a lot of prep work. There's so much to do, I don't know where to start, but I actually do. I have to put a shelf down in there, and you know, I ought to plumb this out before I even put a cabinet door in. And that's what I'll do. So we're gonna plumb this out. I'm gonna plumb both. All right. Where am I gonna put the doors and drawers? Because I know I'm gonna want a shelf here. I guess I could put all the drawers in here. Yeah, we'll pick up all this lifters. So I made sure I wasn't, see that? See, I didn't want my shelves, my drawers to stick to the drop cloth. So I lifted them. And it came out to be a good choice because they're all sticking. Oh. More into that one as well. Well, I'm glad I didn't use big thick boards underneath there. They're all under there as well. And it's the bottom. That's why I did the bottoms first, because I knew I wanted the tops to be nice and free from being from the new paint to be touching anything. Guys, I think I'm gonna start a new live. Yeah, I'm gonna start a new live. Hey, I appreciate you watching. We're going over an hour and a half here, so should I keep going? We're going on an hour and a half, and they don't really like lives to go more than that because people won't want to watch it, I don't think. So let's start a new live. I'm in a new place anyway. Let's start a new live. And if you guys want to make some cool B-roll for me out of my videos, send them to me. Edit some cool stuff out of these. And no butt crack stuff, please. I try to keep my butt crack out of the damn video, but sometimes It happens. Anyway, if you're not subscribed, please just tap it. Tap the subscribe button. It's free. And we got a lot of stuff to do together. I'm in a hurry. I'll catch you later. We're going to hit a new live in a second here. Thanks for watching.